nERD bOX.
Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional. And on this episode, we're going to talk about A Quiet Place Part 2. So fire up the Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
A Quiet Place Part 2. Written and directed by John Krasinski and also starring a little bit. It also stars his real-life wife, Emily Blunt, as Evelyn, Millicent Simmons as his daughter, Regan, Noah Jupe as his son, Marcus, and Killian Murphy as Emmett.
The movie opens up on day one of the creature apocalypse. We've seen it in the trailers, so it's not a spoiler. And it slowly transitions into where we left off at the end of Part 1. Which leaves Evelyn to have to flee the farm and seek refuge beyond the borders that they have traveled before. What did you think about the movie?
So I think John Krasinski is a really amazing writer and director. I think he should do more films, definitely, writing and directing. I wish that we had seen more of him in this film. No spoilers. If you haven't seen the first one, don't watch this anyway. It makes no sense. No. I wish we could see more of him in this film. There are flashbacks, so he does have a part in this film for anyone who's a little bummed that he wouldn't be in it. He is in it, just, flashbacks. But of course we know he killed himself off. He said himself that he would not have done that had he known there was going to be a second one. Oops.
This means that he's possibly not going to be Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. If he's going to be writing and directing film.
Well, as much as I would like to see that, it probably means he'd have to lose the beard. Come on, ladies, we don't want that.
Yeah, I know where this is going. A full letter grade for this.
You all know it's true. Emily Blunt is really good. I think she does an amazing job with what she has to work with. I mean, you're not talking in this film for the most part. There's a little bit of whispering, but most of it is done in their family with sign language because, of course, their oldest child, their daughter, Regan, is deaf, and she actually is in real life as well. And Millicent Simmons is amazing. I thought she was completely badass in this film, and she would have done her father proud in his death. So I think she was really good. And I love Killian Murphy too.
He's underrated.
He's highly underrated. Yeah. I think that Killian Murphy is an amazing actor. And he always gets stuck in these shit roles sometimes, and a lot of the times it's, he's the bad guy all the time.
I'm not saying that he's the bad guy in this or a good guy.
Hey, you never know. Because you know how people end up when there's an apocalypse.
I think it's just because he doesn't have the Hollywood look. So
definitely.
That's why
he doesn't have the Hollywood look at all. I mean, in this movie, he's got a beard going, and he doesn't even grow really a very nice beard necessarily. It's very scraggly, and it's got white in it, and, it doesn't look like, it doesn't look like John Krasinski's beard. I loved the movie. I actually liked it better than the first one. I thought that there was more action to it, which was really cool. And I get it, because the first one, I mean, obviously they didn't know this when they made the first one, but now it fits. That the first one was not as much action because they had to tell you the whole story of what was going on. So I guess it makes sense now. First one didn't really make sense then, though, because they didn't know there was going to be a second one.
I thought it made sense. I followed it.
No, the story made sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it didn't have as much action.
Well, honestly, when you have a sequel to a movie that is that popular and that good, you're taking chances with making a sequel.
Absolutely.
And they made a very good sequel for this. In fact, since it takes place right after the first one.
Yes. And they're still giving you the day count.
Yeah.
So, what day it is that they're in this situation.
Yeah, it's something that's good to watch back to back. Because there's no break, there's no time gaps or anything like that.
Definitely.
So it is definitely a good back-to-back movie. It has a lot of good suspense to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think more suspense than the last one.
There was more suspense, yeah, and there were more jump scenes as well. Definitely, because we saw it in the theater, and our daughters were doing this a lot of the time. And if you know us, you know that our kids have seen a lot of horror movies. So for them to be doing that, something was done right.
Yes, definitely. So it was definitely a good movie to watch in the theater. So if you have a chance to go out, this is one that you want to watch on the big screen.
Maybe even a drive-in if you have one near you.
Yeah.
It would be a really good thing to see, I think, because you're outside and it's dark, and it would be a really cool movie to see in a drive-in.
Yeah, I think so. So it definitely, it hit on a lot of things. It hit on suspense. It delivered on horror. It had some surprises where you didn't think it was going to go away, and it goes this way.
Yeah.
And introduced a couple of characters that are interesting. So a lot of good things in this film. So what's your rating?
I'm going to give the movie an A-.
Yeah, an A-. I'm going to have to agree with you that it is a solid A- all the way around. Any closing statements on it?
Go see it.
Yeah, definitely go see it.
Go see it, definitely.
And, we like to say, after you go see it, let us know what you think in the comments. Is there anything that you've seen that may be better than this year?
Let us know. We're always open to watching films that we haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah. Independence, what's coming out, anything that you're excited to see. But let us know what you think about this movie. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to see what else is coming out. So, until the next. Catch you later.
See ya.